to the XD Cast, the official podcast of XD.com. And today I have two special guests from this amazing project called the Amaze World. Recently they listed with XD.com, and I have CJ and Ravi. And CJ and Ravi, they're going to talk about their origin story into crypto and blockchain, and also kind of give us a journey how and what's the inspiration behind Amaze World. And also, personally from my side, I would also like to focus on tourism and blockchain. I think these two industries, these two realms can merge together, and I see a lot of incredible opportunities and new possibilities when it comes to tourism and blockchain. So, first of all, CJ and Ravi, welcome to the XD Cast.
Thank you, Marcos. Thank you for the beautiful introduction.
Awesome. Okay, so CJ, Ravi, could you guys kind of, before we get into your project, the Amaze World, I want to focus on human insight or human interest piece on YouTube. You know, how did you enter this crazy world of crypto and blockchain? You know, why did you choose to come to this crazy place? I mean, you guys could have had a nice, relaxed life with, tourism or some other business interest. Why crypto and blockchain? So please take it away, gentlemen.
Cool. I mean, that would have been beautiful, right? A relaxed thing with travel anyway. Nothing too messy, but
yeah.
Blockchain is beautiful in a way, in the sense that how it has evolved and how it's actually affecting all the industries out there. But I would have to take you back a little while as to how Amaze World came into play. So in 2019 is me, myself, and Ravi, and two of our other co-founders. We got together, and in fact, we actually started a travel company, a basic travel company. One of our partners has been in the industry for 15 odd years. He had joined in with all this experience and network. And the idea at that time was to create a maze world, like a mirror maze, being the world's biggest mirror maze. And we got associated with Guinness Book of World Records. The idea was to do it in Pattaya, so we connected with the government, Thailand government. We also had the BOI approved, so it's the Board of Investments of Thailand. They allowed us 100% owned company in Thailand in doing so, and it was all going well and good, and we were just about to sign the deal in order to start the creation of it, and suddenly COVID happened. So we had to take a step back, and when we did take a step back, the actual project of Amaze World got so much interest because we did quite a bit of this marketing and stuff. So in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, we got more interest for it. In India, two of the government entity joined with us. And what happened with it was we found that Amaze World being great as is, it needs more scalability. And when you talk about scalability, of course, blockchain comes into your mind, it pops right there.
Yeah.
And we started doing the survey of how a blockchain could then be incorporated into travel industry and how we could actually grow from there. So in 2020, we started working on the white paper. We built up all the technical work. So our technical work was done in Germany, in Stuttgart. The company is based in Australia. We have a team based in India, in UAE, in Dubai. So we were like capturing a lot of region, getting the resources from sort of different area. And bang, now we have an actual Amaze World, not only being in travel, but also being in blockchain. So the idea came and started with the actual Amaze World, then jumped into Web 2.0. We now have a rough platform that is about to launch. People could book in their tickets, pay through crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, USDC. And in 2021, we also launched our native token, AMZE token. So we jumped into decentralized and centralized system. And then we realized, well, this is really good. We are doing so well. People are appreciating our project. And Amaze World is still yet to be completed. So our idea is to do that in 2023. We haven't left that project yet. But we still felt that this was not the potential that Amaze World could achieve. So we wanted to take it even further. And we started incorporating ourselves into Web 3.0. Now the idea has even grown past that not only can people buy the flight tickets and hotel bookings through and pay through crypto or native or fiat currencies and all of that, but the next phase of Amaze has now become as to where we can convert it into NFTs and the actual booking can then now be tradable. And you could get away from cancellations, name changes, price deflation fluctuations. I mean, there is heaps and heaps and heaps of potential. So I guess in a nutshell, if I just simply talk about Amaze World, that's what just happened.
No. First of all, CJ, thank you for sharing that little info about Amaze World. I think you beautifully kind of like conceptualized it in a very easy way. So they definitely caught my imagination. So really appreciate that. I think when you mentioned about use the blockchain, and also what caught my attention, I guess you can see through the screen, my eyes kind of lit up when you mentioned NFT with booking and stuff. I mean, to me, that is really cool, because when I think about NFTs, I think about like animal pictures or rock pictures or something. But I would love for you to kind of like dive in deep when it comes to using non-fungible token NFTs on like real world stuff,
utility,
like your utility, the tickets, or like bookings. Like I know those things are boring, but I think from a big picture point of view, I think that matters. So would you like to kind of like dive in deep more, just to give the audience a big picture perspective, help them understand the possibilities when it comes to using NFT technology? So
Sure. So generally what has happened is there are a lot of people out there who don't believe in NFTs. There was a time when I didn't myself as well. I mean, it was a very early stage where we could just hardly grasp our ideas of what NFT could do, right? But like you mentioned, people think about when it comes to NFTs is basically pictures, and sort of, more into that sort of contracts and stuff like that, right, as to what we could do. But the actual utility until now, I've always thought that could be mostly used in metaverse. I actually published an article of myself. It was done with Money Control a couple of months back, where we discussed NFT as well. And I said the same thing over there, is to NFT is young. There is a lot of surprising things that could happen with it. But for now, it still requires a lot more work into it. And one of the places where I could always see was NFT in metaverse. If I bought a certain piece of area, if I'm creating a cafe, if I'm having some sort of artwork over there, I could place the NFT of my own ownerships over there. So when Web3 and Amaze World and travel came into play, we had this understanding that we need to give NFT more utility. Okay.
Gotcha.
So it feels more out there, and the technology could be more useful for us. So what the idea became was, now I'll give you an example of how the NFT may work in future for travel with us.
Yeah.
So imagine, let's say I'm in Singapore right now. Thank you to the XG office, by the way. Thank you to Will as well. So let's say if I'm buying a flight ticket from Singapore to, let's say, Kuala Lumpur. Okay. Usually those flights are very busy. There are a lot of people traveling back and forth, but there are particular dates as well when the flights are too busy and the prices are really high.
Yeah.
Let's say, imagine you bought a ticket 3 months ago for a very cheap rate, let's say $150 or $200. Okay.
Okay.
And suddenly, as days goes by, the flight tickets will always increase because they're released in stages. Now, suddenly something changes and your plan changes and you cannot travel. So what can you do with it? Either you could cancel and pay penalties. You can't transfer it to your friend or anyone else. Or you could maybe sometimes, if lucky enough, give it as a credit hold, so you could maybe travel future, but then again you would have to pay the change fee and all of that in future.
Right.
So what happens with NFT is, now you bought that NFT as a flight booking for, let's say, $200, and now you cannot travel. So the possibilities that comes with it is you could actually sell that NFT on an open platform. So there are quite a few major NFT trading platforms, one of them being OpenSea anyway.
Yeah.
You could actually put it over there, and let's say you put it for $210 or $220, because the prices have kind of changed now. It's a month and a half later, right? Someone else would then book it, and then, of course, if they can't travel and if they're simply doing it for the trading of it, then they will be then eventually be able to sell to someone else, and then someone else. And sorry, just give me a minute.
That's all right. No worries.
Okay. So you could sell it to someone else, and what happens is, each time an NFT is traded, not only do the airline make some commissions out of it, but at the same time, people have the chance to be able to sell and make money themselves. So if you sold it for a certain amount, you're not then at the end of the day making a loss or paying penalties. but you are making an income out of it. The same thing happens with the hotels. Now, come at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
Come at the end of the day, right before the travel dates, let's say 24 to 48 hours early, the airline needs information to be provided to the governments as to who is going to travel cross borders. Okay.
Sure. Right. Okay.
So there is a time period when NFT is about to expire. It must have changed hands a few times by then, hopefully. And whoever holds the NFT, now the two things can happen. Either they could put it for auction because the demand is extremely high.
Yeah.
So the bidding happens. Or if they have been too greedy and then they can't sell it, they would have to reduce their asking price and then still sell it.
Sure, okay.
Irrespective, you create a platform where these things now, the bookings can now become tradable.
Ah, okay.
So that is the concept.
No,
you're getting this imagination, right, while I'm saying it?
Yeah. You can see my little hamsters, right? They're just like running around because all this time I've been thinking about airlines. Now you throw in hotel bookings. Now you can throw in maybe
I
some
could throw
other
a lot
tourism.
of things. I could throw in a lot of things.
No. You know what? Throw me some. Just throw me some, just to spark up the imagination, because the XT.com community needs to know about this. They have to have a vision. What is possible?
Could be with, like I said, airline tickets. It could be with hotel bookings.
Yeah.
Recently, we won we were in WBS, World Blockchain Summit.
Okay.
And we actually gave a pitch. There was a pitch competition. And I presented the pitch, and we actually won the pitch competition. And now we get the chance to explain our project on the highest level. We are going to go to Silicon Valley on September 30th. The same thing happened over there as well. And while I was doing this pitch, after we finished it, a couple of people came to me, and one of them was a music company. And they said we could actually apply the same thing to the music company rights as well. So every time something happens, we could change that. He also said that I could apply this to the concert tickets that are being sold outside. Same thing. It's to do with travel as well. People travel and they could buy and then resell the tickets. You could do with anything that is actually sellable and increases in value over time, not only pitches.
Yeah. No, that is pretty insane. I love it, because now this utility is not just, it's not like just one aspect. It's getting exponential now, right? I mean, so no.
The idea, I mean, the scalability is phenomenal. The products that we could add is amazing. I could even add car rentals at times. I know in Sydney, when I go to Sydney around Christmas time, I cannot find car rentals because they're all booked out. It could be applied to almost anything that raises value at a particular time and has a trading opportunity. Interchangeable.
Okay. All right. Okay. So all this now, just to go back, we were just talking about the NFT side of things, right? Okay. So that's pretty cool. Just want to kind of take a few steps back, and let's talk about the Amaze token, right? So just for the XT.com community, and also some of the future folks that are entering into the crypto space, what protocol are you guys using for Amaze token?
Currently, we are on Binance Chain.
Okay.
We do have plans to actually migrate to a couple of other as well. Because of Web 3.0, we understand that there are a few other trading platforms with large communities on a different sort of blockchain as well. So we would be then looking to migrate to accommodate to the users out there. But for now, it's BSC.
BSC. Is it okay to ask, is it in a roadmap, or is it all right to ask which blockchains you guys are looking into?
So far, we haven't added the idea of what would be the next one. The reason being was we have been extremely busy in making sure that the product, also the Amaze World, is not limited to an aspect. And in doing so, of course, our map was updated, our white paper was updated some time ago when we were coming into Web3, but we haven't had the chance to update it to which platform or which blockchain will be next. It will be basically depending on the community, the charges, the speed, and the growth. So that I would say would be the next one that we could be jumping on.
All right. Okay. Cool. Awesome. With regards to the Amaze token, could you kind of cover, I guess, the utility behind it as well as features and benefits, if you don't mind, if you can just kind of.
Sure. Ravi, would you like to take this on board as well?
Yeah, no problem, CJ. You carry on. You're official spokesperson of the Amaze World.
Okay. Okay, so like I said to you, the future map of the NFTs, of course, are creating a lot of utility. But for time being, our utility on Web 2.0 is not only just associated with the traditional travel partners, but with non-traditional travel partners as well. So, for example, one of the actual utility of AMZE token is that you could actually buy the flight tickets and hotel bookings. We will be also adding insurances and all the travel arrangement that comes with it.
Yeah.
In pipeline, there is also packages that are in the play. So once we put on the packages, it would have any regional packages wherever we put it. You would have this sort of activities that you can pay through Amaze token and XYZ. So let's say if I'm going to Thailand, I would like to pay for activity as well. I would go to different activities over there, pay directly through token. I would book in the flights. The entire package, I could say that becomes a utility. Now, on the other hand, when I say non-travel channel partners as well, for example, again, in Thailand, we have a Police International. They're a clothing brand. They have shops all across Thailand. You could actually go into those shops and say, I would like to pay through Amaze and I would want to buy T-shirts or something like that. Now, they, for example, again, anything within the ecosystem of Amaze would then allow us to be able to provide the utility on the token. It's not a currency at the end of the day. It is a utility token, so it has to be within the ecosystem. But one of the major benefits that I'm actually seeing right now, in many countries, there's this taxation coming into play, and it's playing a big role. Before, what used to happen was people only used to look at trading side of it. So, you just go into the exchange, you trade it, you make some money out of it. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, right? But in this case scenario, as a utility thing, even right now, if, let's say, you made some money on Amaze, AMZE token, and you don't want to exit it through the exchange and be hit by a tax, you could actually use it to provide flight tickets and hotel bookings and use it as a utility. And in that way, not only are you saving in tax, but you're also gaining the benefits of the growth.
Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that now you kind of give me a bigger picture, because to me, because I was kind of comparing Amaze World to, say, like Travala, like it's like a booking platform, but you're not just a simple booking platform. You guys are basically an ecosystem, really, like different components. You are partnering with hotels, you are partnering with airlines, you're partnering with different, maybe like tourist partners and some other, I guess, relevant partners who could add value. And I think in some way too, you're also creating an amazing utility with the token. So I think I think this is quite an interesting evolution in tourism and hospitality, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people look, like you mentioned, Travala, right? A lot of people compare ourselves to Travala. They would say, oh, you're just next Travala. And I would say, maybe it's just one of our verticals. Yes, we do provide being in travel, and every travel company is going to provide the same utility of flight bookings and hotels, but we are not limited to only that aspect. Like I explained you in the very beginning about Amaze World as a tourist facility center, that is also in pipeline. It is a very cash intensive project. So we just have to be mindful that our cash flow is out there, supplement enough to be able to support all the projects in one go. With Amaze World, like I told you before, that the idea was capsulated by a lot of governments as well, because, wherever we do anything like this, it's going to put us on the map, and the government as well, the particular region. So the idea was, for example, how whenever you travel these days, and if you take cheaper flights, the timings are really odd. So, for example, if I wanted to travel to Thailand, again, I'm constantly using it. It's a beautiful place. Let's say I was going to Krabi, right? And if I take a flight from Singapore, my flight hours would be very odd. I would get a flight, let's say 1 o'clock at night. It would drop me at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And my hotel check-in won't happen until like 2 o'clock or something. So what do I do until then? So the Amaze World Facility Center popped in was that an actual facility center will not only provide the travelers a place to relax, to have their food, to wash up, to be easy But they also have an attraction side, like, for example, in particular region, like I mentioned, Pattaya, was the biggest maze world, Bureau Maze World in the world, backed by Guinness Book of World Record. Now, each place that I mentioned to you had a different sort of projects. In one side, it was a mythological park. In the other side, it was a maze world. So each place was going to be different. But what it does, it gives the tourist a place to relax, a place to roam around, a place to wait while they're in the sort of vacuum zone or mist of, they don't have to sleep on the couch or on a sort of bench or somewhere waiting for a hotel. So all those services could have become a part of it. So we are not just Travala, but I think we are a lot more than that.
Okay, no, that's good. I'm glad that you guys are kind of giving Travala some competition, and also in the I guess the Web2 traditional travel hospitality space. The reason I bring that up is because previously I used to work with American Express, and they have partnership with airlines and those airport lounges and stuff. So I'm actually kind of curious to ask you guys: are you looking to I guess partner with different lounges or different, like say Priority Pass or something like that? Is that something that you guys you see value in that, like for travelers?
To tell you the truth, Marcos, it seems like I'm giving too much out there. And if Traveler ever ends up doing what I'm saying right now, hello XT team, hello XT members. If you see that they're doing it, they just remember it came from me, right?
All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
But we as a team we have already spoken to companies out there. There are a lot of things in pipeline.
Good.
It's good to have some surprises out there, but we will be adding certain things as we go. It is a part of it. In fact, we even considered a collaboration with MasterCard recently, where Amaze World could be used through credit cards. But we just have to be really, really careful with legislations and the region we could do, because a lot of countries are sort of not taking crypto and utility in the very same fashion as we are right now.
Okay.
So I'm sure over a period of time, we could really increase our ecosystem so that the consumers, the community, the members can really benefit, and they don't have to think anything else. They just go with the token or they go with the crypto, and they know that there is a company behind them that could look after everything.
Now that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that. I love what you said, the last part. You guys want to make it easy for the users to use your platform, and I think what is really lacking in the crypto and the blockchain space is user experience. So thank you for doing that. Because let me share my pain with you, all right? Because I've been using like different blockchain-based solutions. We're still in the infancy stage, but gosh, it is a pain. I'm not the only one. XT.com community suffers it too. So hey, we're asking you guys, please make the user experience better, make it faster, easier, reliable. So CJ, Ravi, thank you guys for your service. Really appreciate it.
No, mate, appreciate it. Look, our company is for people. As a traveler myself, I would want all those benefits that I'm putting out. So I'm actually putting in your guys' shoes to see where we can improve at the end of the day. It's not just what we want, it's what people want. And if you could provide a solution to an actual real life problem, then we know that we are doing good.
Yeah, and I want to focus on user experience. The reason is that previously, a couple of months ago, actually, I was invited for the this World Blockchain Travel Summit here in Dubai. And one thing, they asked me to talk about blockchain and stuff, but I also learned a little bit of the travel and the hospitality industry. I think CJ and Ravi, I want you guys to kind of share some input, because maybe tell me if I'm right or wrong. When it comes to the travel industry or the hospitality industry, they tend to be notoriously slow in adopting technology. Is that true?
I believe so. That's why they haven't changed much. They enjoy really good commissions. Think about hotels. A lot of hotels are now forced to be on the major aggregators' websites, for example, Booking or Agoda or hotels and stuff like that. There's no way out for them, right? They have to be, or they tend to lose out. And even though you would see a slash price saying 50% off, I mean, they still are not making enough money. So customers end up losing a lot because they have paid a lot. The actual end user, the hotels and the activity sites or the other sort of providers, they don't make as much as money. So who's actually making the money in the middle? Question mark, right? You get the idea.
Sure. Yeah. Ravi, would you like to share some of your thought leadership in this arena, please?
Yeah, actually, just we believe that this is the long way to go. What we are expecting is, yes, we are going to create travel ecosystems. It is not built up in 6 months or 1 year but if we can say just like after 3 years or 5 years span, when the people are using, more and more people are using the tokens, these AMZE tokens, they no need to go for an exchange and country to country to change the currencies, and people are losing so much money in paying as a currency exchange commissions if we use for a credit card or debit card, but there also is a chargeable basis, right? But if you have this trusted token over there, you can utilize the token in any country. Today I am in Singapore, I can use AMZE token, I can pay with my tokens. The hotels are accepting my tokens, the food chains, they are accepting the tokens. Okay, I no need to change the currency. I no need to change my INR to Singapore dollar or my USD to Singapore dollar. Because again, end of the day, I reverse this exchange. So in that case, one day will become when people doesn't require to exchange their money. They can simply utilize the tokens. And the day the people are utilizing the tokens, token will be in a cycle. It's something good, like as it is something like this in a cycle. No need to go out of the cycle. And that day we can see, now this is the real tourist ecosystems has been grown up now.
Okay. No, Ravi, thank you for sharing that thought leadership. I think you hit right on the money where you're trying to create a circular economy, right? I think that is what I guess you guys are trying to develop. So I think in due time, I think it'll come into play, and I think consumers are pretty price conscious in the sense they don't want to financially bleed when it comes to credit charges and airport charges, travel charges. There's so many little vector points where they're losing money. So I think you guys, I guess, I know CJ, I know you have, as a traveler, you experience quite a bit, right?
True, I have. And I wish there was a better option before. And I sincerely hope that with the help of our community and with the real trust that the community plays in us, I hope that we can scale to that level as quickly as possible and as safely as possible for all members to enjoy.
Okay. Suji, I wanted to, you brought up about community. So could you kind of give us a little kind of like a background about your community and, and also your future vision for how this community is going to grow? Are you guys just going to focus just regionally in Southeast Asia, or do you guys have bigger plans to expand various parts of the world?
Right. So certainly, Marcus. So look, our current community is sort of spread everywhere. Like I said to you, our company is Australian. We have offices in India as well. Our work is done in Germany. We used to also have a work done in Ukraine. Before the war happened, it was very unfortunate that we had to let go the team because it was not easy for us to do that work. Our partners are in Middle East as well. We have a lot of sort of connections in UK. So the European region also helps us quite a bit. So our community for now, we are not targeting a specific region. We are growing, and we are working with the exchanges that we are joining hands with. So for example, xt.com, they have been extremely helpful to us. They have really sincerely opened their arms and their community so that we could grow together with XT. We have in line upcoming exchange, it's Bitmart as well. It's next on the line. We have quite a few other exchanges. There are official travel partners, like for example, Bookqueen, CoinBazaar, even CoinStove is a strategic partner of us. and I've been speaking to a few others as well, those who are in line. So the way we are approaching is that at the end of the day, there are a lot of users out there who are in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Look, being in travel industry for nearly over a decade as a team, we already have quite a lot of traditional users that we can tap into and provide them the packages and deals on a fiat currency basis. But even those traditional users then get the opportunity that if they ever wish to jump into cryptocurrency or something, then they can trust a company and join hands together as well, of course, right? Yeah. For now, in terms of blockchain, we are actually growing up with exchanges. Each exchanges are becoming an official travel partner of us, and vice versa. We are opening our arms to them and the utility side, while they're also helping us to promote our company to their members in mutual beneficial way, so that we can actually work with a larger member group. We can get support from a larger member group and achieve the actual factor that we need to achieve. Like Ravi said, a larger ecosystem, and that could be done with a lot of sort of help from the community all across the world, not just one specific side of it, because we are now global. We're not just succumb to a particular region.
Okay. Yeah. I guess like in line with the community, because I know you guys are pretty present in the Southeast Asia, because I know there's incredible tourism opportunities over there. Hospitality, definitely. It's big. I mean, top line. You know, I guess I was kind of curious about tourism in other parts of the world, because I'm still kind of like, grasp tourism. I'm very familiar with Dubai because, a lot of people are just coming to Dubai. So it's easy for me, right? So, but I do understand outside of Southeast Asia, outside of Dubai, there are other upcoming tourist destinations or hospitality destinations. So could you educate me and the XT.com community about those regions you see as upcoming?
Mate, I would use this an example, and I told this to someone else recently. We are in a bear market. We were in a bear market. Now we are somehow looking at stability, right? Mm-hmm. And someone came to me and said, "Well, you're promoting your token because, of course, there's utility, but we are in bear market. Why would I buy it?" And I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, the entire crypto is in bear market, but is travel in bear market?" And he said, "No. Well, travel is booming." So, I mean, then what are you waiting for? Travel is booming. And in saying so, since travel is booming, each and every region out in the world, all the way, I'm not kidding, from Antarctica, where you could actually take a cruise and travel to Antarctica, all the way up to Poland, Iceland, from US to Australia and New Zealand. Mate, everyone wants to travel and they're traveling. Right now, I can't see a flight which is not fully booked, or even the hotel I'm staying. I mean, I asked them if there was a room I could change on Saturday, and he said, "Mate, I'm sorry, we're all fully booked out." I mean, I was a little furious I can't change, but I was so happy that the travel is booming. So I don't see any region that is not untouched right now. Each and every region is booming. For Amaze World to provide more hotels, packages, and flight region, we are definitely having a lot of presence in Southeast Asia, but we are not limited to that. Australian Asia, Asia Pacific, Australia region, we are quite connected to that, and so are our partners. We have multiple APIs, a lot of channel partners that are joining hands. The MENA region is also really good for us. I mean, there's a big traffic that's been going all the way in MENA region. Europe is, people are sort of crazy right now for travel, so there is a lot of Europe packages that are going on. US, I mean, I don't think they cared much during the COVID as well. They were still quite different. So I don't know what to say about it.
Hey, look, that's a whole bag. That's a whole bag,
I won't touch it. I'm sure Trump knew what he was doing. So, so I don't know what I can add there. But made Brazil, Spain, or beautiful places, there is no limitation to travel right now. And each and every person out there is itchy to jump on a flight so they don't forget how the flight looks like from inside. or a beautiful hotel scenery, so they don't forget that, there are places that they can go. This is actual reviews that are coming from customers that I'm sharing over here with you guys, that people are now looking to get out. So there are no regions I would say will be untouched. And there is no upcoming region I can say, because all of them are buzzing.
Okay. Hey, Ravi, I need you to share your inputs in this, because you've been in the industry for a long time, so would love for your thoughts on this.
CJ, what CJ is talking about this, and everybody we are talking, it is for tourism. But I say it's not limited to tourism.
Yeah.
Tourism, of course, tourism is booming after the pandemic. But simultaneously, if you say the business travel, more and more need of business travel. Of course, I am traveling since last from 6 months, but it's not a single travel for leisure, not for as a tourism, but just like as a business travels. So business travelers, they also growing more and more, and it is highly required nowadays. So that doesn't concern whether the economy is this slow down, this situation is like that. But business travel requirements is for everyone. It is need. You can't escape from that. So that's where we are say that it's definitely good opportunities, and this is the right time to jump into the this market, because now this is the only options,
Right.
very limited options to utilize your cryptos. So far as unless cryptos or tokens are utilized only for the exchange, for the trading purpose only. Just people are making money, something.
Right.
Sometimes you make the money, sometimes you lose the money. Okay, but that's the only way to use the tokens. But here we are just coming up with one more step where you can utilize the token. If you have a token with the old price, maybe today the price go down, but you have a old price token. Recently, just I can give an example. When we started listed our token, at that time it was the price is something 18 cent when we listed on the exchange. Today, as of today, it is something around 1.65 or 1.64 like this. So some of the people, some of my, of course, they are my good friends. They are trusted me, and they put their money and invested in the token. But on the contrary, we can see that when they buy with the 18 cent of the token, and when they today they are utilize this token to buy a ticket. So ticket which I spend, or normally any other people may spend for, just say for example, if you spend something $500 for that as per the current price for the flight tickets, and if I compare with those people who are invested in my tokens with the 18 cent, right? So there, on the contrary, the actual price is somewhere around only less than $100. So this is the most benefit for them. It's not necessary to trade, not necessary to sell the token on exchange with some better prices, but they can utilize the token with better prices and with better benefits. So that is the main best part of this crypto tokens in the travel industry.
All right. No, Ravi, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Now, in my mind, I was just thinking, maybe it says, CJ, maybe in a couple of months, I know I might have some plans either to go to Georgia, or I'm trying to decide between Georgia, Seychelles, maybe Maldives. Do you guys can help a brother out with some hotel travel packages?
Certainly, Marco. Certainly, you have chose all the beautiful places anyway. I mean, Georgia is different. Chile's or Maldives is just beautiful in a very different way. I know our other co-founder is the CEO of the company, Mr. Keu. He was actually saying, well, let's give out Maldives packages. I mean, they're beautiful and everyone wants to travel there. So is Chile's as well. And well, there you go. I mean, you talked about it. I'm going to tell him, connect Marcos, get the packages.
I'm selfishly asking this. This is for me, because thing is that hopefully in a couple of months, me and my girlfriend, we hope to get married and stuff. So we're looking at Georgia, Seychelles, Maldives, but maybe another a crazy ask would be if you have any travel packages to Mexico.
Okay.
If you can work something out, hey, you'll see me use Amaze tokens, man.
Beautiful, man. DM me or DM Ravi. I mean, I'm sure we'll look after you anyway.
Sure, no problem. No. Hey, look, I think, I think for me personally, I'm excited to, showcase to my friends, showcase to my family, because I have a lot of friends who are not in the crypto and blockchain space. They just see like what Ravi was mentioning, the buy and sell.
Yeah.
But
just the trading.
Can we use crypto and blockchain-based solutions like the Amaze World to revolutionize travel, to revolutionize hospitality? The goal is to use crypto and blockchain to go to places where we want to be treated best. I think what you guys are working on is amazing, and I think that's something of real value. It'll also give an amazing user experience. So
certainly,
that's something me as an individual, as Marcos Hinta, as a podcast lead for XD.com, I want to showcase to the world that, hey, we got projects like Amaze World, doing great things. And that's something I'm excited. Personally for me, I'm really excited. Like genuinely, I think that's something I want to showcase too.
Beautiful, man. I really appreciate all that you are trying to do for us as well. And thank you sincerely very much. With the packages or anything, like I said to you, DM me. I'm sure, brother, will look after you. So look, the idea, like you said, is always about utility. I mean, me, myself, I'm from the finance background. I've been in finance industry for over a decade. I used to work in mergers, liquidations, insolvencies, a whole lot of things that you say. So I could see businesses as to how they should be. And I've seen many businesses out in blockchain industry. And to tell you the truth, not all of them seem to have a utility out there. I mean, in many times, so I see a lot of dreams, but you never know when they are going to actually come to fulfill. We as an Amaze team wanted to make sure that whatever we do is not just a dream. I mean, it has to have real use cases, real utility, real problem solving scenarios, and basic ones, mate. Come on. It's a simple thing. Simple businesses with real problems and real solutions work. It's just as easy. So you've put it right out there that, you want to showcase this to your friends and family. It's because all of us, not just the team, just because we are doing Amaze World, but all of us out there face similar problems, and we want to see a solution.
No, true. Thank you for sharing that, because being in the crypto space for quite some time, unfortunately tends to be sort of the pump and dump kind of situation. Everyone focuses, like when they think of Bitcoin, right? They only focus on the coin aspect of it, the pump and dump, the up and lows, But the computational power using the blockchain to solve the problems in the marketplace. I mean, that is beautiful, and I love the entrepreneurship, the business acumen you guys are putting in. So, hey, look, kudos to you guys, and congratulations for winning the World Blockchain Summit. So, definitely, we got the videos. Thanks to your team, we'll definitely share it in the episode.
No, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, but I also got to ask you guys. Now you guys have, that's just the first step. Now you guys are going to be competing in Silicon Valley, right? Yeah. So could you kind of give us a picture of who to be competing against? Do you have any idea, or?
I mean, I don't have the list of who's going to be there. I know this is all my guesses, so please don't take me on board with many things. I'm sure there will be a lot of projects over there because the competition from various different regions. Even though we being global, I mean, there was some done in Singapore, some done in Dubai. Some of them happened in other regions as well, where the projects have come up. But each region, they had one sort of picked project that are actually going to be there competing, right? The good thing is that I don't think that there is anyone from the travel industry.
Okay. That's good. Okay.
So I believe that we will be the sole company in travel. There are more technical, DeFi, more layer sort of projects, wallets, I've seen a lot of those kind of projects being out there in the competition. Now on the back end, in terms of technology, I mean, blockchain is a mathematical goal, right? And it's constantly
Yeah.
changing. So to support that change and to support that environment, there are a lot of projects out there, I'm sure, that will be competing with us. But from a utility perspective to an end user, I don't know if there are many projects out there who are actually doing a similar thing. But let's see. With the support of the community, and we have 2 months to scale up our business as much as we can. It doesn't matter whether we win or not, but the idea is to put Amaze World out on a bigger platform for the world to see, and simply for them to understand that there is utility and solutions out there to travel problems.
All right, no, that's cool. Yeah. I think it's kind of good to be the only travel utility project out there. That being said, from the travel side, it's booming. But from the crypto blockchain space, we are sort of in the bear market. But personally, for me, I personally see there's incredible opportunity for you guys to capitalize this bear market.
Sorry,
a lot of the
sorry, Marcus. Could you say the last one again? I think my network just got dropped out. Just the last sentence that you were saying, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I was saying that when it comes to travel, the travel industry, it is booming. It is rising up. But in the crypto and blockchain space, as you said earlier, it's in the bear market. But I think there is incredible opportunity and new possibilities for Amaze World to take advantage of the bear market. So I think that's kind of like my personal take, because not many people are building real value. So any thoughts on this?
Ravi, would you like to take that, or would you want me to answer?
Yeah, you please carry on, CJ.
Look, Amaze World has kind of combined a traditional business to a beautiful technology, a growing one with full of potential out there. And I don't know how it's going to end up one day in future as to how Amaze World will look like. So in saying so, even though we are in bear market, it gives us the opportunity to constantly build the base correctly. And we are not only just a company which works on the tokenization, we are a company that works also on revenue generation. So for anyone who sees Amaze World, I mean, there is an actual revenue generation that happens. Anyone who goes into business, of course, goes into business to make some sort of profit and living, right? So Amaze World is, again, no different in there. We would, of course, make some profit so that we could actually provide more to the community. So we have the revenue system of a traditional travel understanding scenario where people want to travel. But connecting this entire technology of blockchain, Web 2.0, Web 3.0, the vision, the forecast, the growth of every little thing that I've shared over here today would then make Amaze World very uniquely positioned out there when the bull market comes into play. So that's why we are working ongoingly, steadily, and strongly to make sure that our base is right strong in the bear market. So the fluctuation that's coming through right now, we can handle it, we can scale it, and we will be absolutely ready when the bull market hits to look after everyone in the safest and most secure way possible.
No, that's good. No, thank you for sharing that. How you guys plan to do things and run things. That's really good. And I love that you're focusing on sustainability in terms of profit and, scaling the business. Because I guess, for me, being in the crypto space, a lot of people kind of tend to be like cowboys and just go like, all in and, grow too fast, but they crash too, So I've seen a lot. So it's really good to hear that. And I also want XC.com community to know that we have some really good projects, projects that are built on solid business foundations. So that it's, guys, I'm really happy to hear that. Like, it really means a lot to learn that there's good stuff out there.
Thank you, Marcus.
So people are So, anyways, we are almost at the end, but just for the XC.com community, CJ, Ravi, I would love for you guys to kind of share some words of wisdom for some. We have a lot of new entrepreneurs, a lot of folks who want to start businesses and accept crypto as a payment. So that being said, any words of wisdom for our XT.com
Sure.
community?
Look, being in business for so long and being a user for so many things, I would say that think from consumer points of view. Okay, there are a lot of scams out there. There are a lot of bad projects out there, and there are a lot of good projects out there as well, and genuine people. It is very important for all members, especially in blockchain and crypto industry, to not just waste their hard-earned money into any XYZ project, but to actually study the basics for it. I mean, if you look at the traditional business models, stock exchange and stuff, you would be able to see EPS or EBIT, or you could see some sort of foundation or some sort of plan, right? Those things, those instruments, those tools are very, very important for any business, no matter what industry we are in. And for members, they should always consider the team, the technology, the safety. If anything that Amaze World could actually do to make it better, by all means reach out and we will be 100% behind it to make it more safer. And for the business people, for the new startups, for new ventures, I would say exactly the same thing. Give the community that what they seek, give them the trust, do the right thing by the community, and you will definitely reap the rewards that comes from the trust of the community. So by all means.
Awesome. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate those words of wisdom. Ravi, please, you got to drop some knowledge for us here at XT.com.
There are lots of thought sharing and the thoughts exchanging with the XT team, because so many times, so many places we met this Winston also, Snow also, and so many times we discuss the projects. In fact, with Shan, what are the other opportunities we can explore, and what are the other value-added features we can add with the Amaze World, and how we can make it more and more useful and more utilized. I seen that there are sort of long vision with the XT team also, right? And for their support, these are some value-added features we should add and come up with our solution in our project. And definitely, I just appreciate those things and those suggestions. And I think, yeah, correct. That's the long way to go, and together. So we are also looking for the long-term relationships. It's not a give and take, not simply give and take, but it's the association and relationship that is more important for us. But that's what I'm thinking.
No, agreed. Yeah, no, agreed, Ravi. Thank you for stressing the value of relationships and, collaborative partnerships. I think that'll help, bring more crypto adoption for the industry. I think that'll really help. And again, it's all about trust, relationships. I think also makes life worth living too. So that's my personal thought. But anyways, XT.com fam, we gotta go. CJ and Ravi, they gotta travel. They gotta build. They're bringing value. So CJ, Ravi, thank you for your service to the crypto and blockchain space. Thank you for adding value. And also, we are really happy to partner with you guys here at XT.com. And we know the best is yet to come. So thank you guys
Marcos,
so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, XT community. Thank you, XT community, for having us, and XT team, and you guys are awesome. You do really support a project that comes onto your platform to the full extent, and I do appreciate each and every moment spent together. So thank you again for all the support, the members, everyone. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thank you, CJ. Thank you, Ravi. So hey, XT.com fam. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out the Amaze World project. I mean, really cool that we actually seeing a crypto and blockchain-based solution that is revolutionizing travel and tourism. They're adding value, and they're not stopping there. The best is yet to come. So if you want to learn more, we'll definitely leave the descriptions below, and you get to. And this is not going to be the last time you're going to see CJ and Ravi. My goal, maybe in a couple of months, is to have a panel discussion on tourism, on travel, on hospitality, and how to bring hospitality and tech together. So CJ or Ravi, would you guys be interested in that kind of
I might
panel
love
discussion?
to. Anything that
All
we
right,
can
okay.
provide in terms of understanding to our community, yes, we would love to be a part of it.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, xe.com, we gotta go. We gotta do great things. So, anyways, y'all be good. Y'all be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
It was very hard to select the company because they were competing on the very same level, but the judges made a decision. They have elaborated, and it is my pleasure to announce the company who will compete with other regional champions in Silicon Valley. And this is like the final stage of this evening, and the winner is Amaze World. Congratulations. Congratulations to Amaze World once again. Okay, so now I would like to welcome judges to the stage for the final words.
Thank you, and congratulations again for Amaze World. Please give them another round of applause. Thank you, the judges and Amaze World.